Well, you're thinking I've clickbaited you because clearly I have a 5.7 in front of me. But I am not telling you lies. Because in Australia, 90% of gun clubs discriminate against this cartridge. In Australia, a gun club must endorse your purchase to be able to purchase the firearm. There is currently no scientific evidence to support a fear behind this cartridge. It is only the media influence that has made this a criminal cartridge to use. And one can look to the recent 27 US elections to see how media influence clearly doesn't meet reality. So truly, for equality, this cartridge needs more love by Australian gun clubs. In comparison, you can shoot a Tokarev pistol, 7.62 by 25, a Grand Power pistol in 380 ACP, a Thompson Center Encore Pro in 223 Remington. Now that's a single fire round only pistol, but you can still shoot 223, which is a hell of a lot faster than this guy. You can also shoot a Thompson Center G2 in 17 HMR or a Ruger Single 6 in 17 HMR. Anyway, that's kind of my gun gripes about this gun. And I've owned and shot this firearm close to 3 years now. So where you can use it, of course, is in police and service and any paper target competitions that your club runs. So what were my expectations in getting this pistol? Well, I wanted a low recoil. Well, after looking at various other YouTube reviews, I wanted a low recoil, a pleasurable polymer gun, rapid fire experience, and a unique cartridge. Of course, here on my right here, I've got the Pardini GT9, and that is probably the ultimate 9mm rapid fire experience. Of course, this gun is all steel and heavy, but it wasn't a polymer gun, so that's what I kind of wanted, and that's what I kind of got. So what is my experience from owning and shooting this pistol for 3 years? It does have low recoil. It does have a better rapid fire experience than your typical other polymer 9mm guns, although it's not complete because of the muzzle flash. Now, this is great when other people see you fire it because you're just shooting out fireballs and just coming out. But it does disorientate you for a second when you're going, because you make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you just get this big flash, and it might just make you take that half a microsecond, a little bit more, and then you keep on going. Or you can just ignore it and just go bang, 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 bang. But usually you're responsible for your bullets, so I usually like having to see the sights, but that's my experience. Your experience may be otherwise. Number 3, it is unique in these types of features. The gun is very loud. Trust me, people will know when you are shooting this, and that's also due to the fact that you can also see the muzzle flash as well. It also ejects at 2 o'clock, so if you kind of get towards the left hand side of your shooting range, and then all the people on the right shooting competitions, they'll just see all your bullet casings go over them 2 o'clock. It shoots them really far. So they just be going, what the hell is this guy shooting? Because normally they shoot it back towards you, but this one shoots it forward at 2 o'clock. The gun is very light. It's lighter than you would expect it to be. First time you actually pick it up, you think it is a toy gun because it's just so light. Because this is the Mark II model, you get adjustable sights, so you can set it to any type of style you like. And also the way you load your magazines, pretty much you load it like an AR magazine, so how they're stacked, you just put them on top of each other. So I kind of like that. It brings it to the uniqueness of what I wanted from having a unique pistol. So what are the negatives of having this pistol? Well, number one, as in the beginning, you have to find a gun club that will support you in this gun. So it's not against our current firearm laws, but that's what I think. It just has a big negativity around it, so you're just going to have to find a gun club that doesn't have any negativities around responsible shooting. The second one, of course, is price, both in cost of the pistol and the ammo. So it's not cheap. Currently, the ones that I get that are available to me, of course, is American Eagle by Federal, and of course you can also get by Unique Munitions. So they're kind of reloaded ones, so FN doesn't really want you to put reloaded ammo into the firearm, but these guys are definitely experienced. So, and I shot about 400 plus rounds of those, so I haven't had any bad experience, because yeah. But then again, that's also due to the which comes to my next one. If you want to reload this, so you're really going to have to research and have experience to reload this, because this has a, can't see it, but it has a clear plastic film over it, over the bullet casing. So if that is actually damaged, you can't use it. So I'll put a link in the description about 5.7 reloading. So if you want to know about it further, it does involve more time and more effort. So, and some people do have the time and effort. So, but it does involve a lot more than your standard total reloading. Now, in the Mark II model, to clean the firing pin, you're going to lose your zero that you have, because you do have to unscrew the rear sight and also punch it out, because the polymer case over the steel slide comes out through the back. Over the front, it doesn't come over the front, over the back, so you don't get access to the pin, which is right here, and it basically needs to come back to the front. So unfortunately, that's what's going to happen when you do it. So I do that every 6 months, so it doesn't get completely dirty, but I just like to do it as a cleaning regimen, just to know. So you have to re-sight it again after you do that, but it doesn't really get dirty, but I still like to clean it once in a while. So I said 6 months. So I'll put a link in the description about the disassembly of it, another video, which greatly helped me, because there's only one way you can actually punch out the pins on the slide. And yeah, and he does the whole disassembly of the whole pistol, so was just keen about the firing pin, cleaning up that. But you might be wanting to disassemble the rest of it as well, and that's purely up to you. And the number 5 one, which is, of course, as you can see, I've got Talon grips on this. Now, the default grip that they have is very bitey. That's good for combat and maybe service, but for recreational, it's really not comfortable. Especially if you want to shoot like 150 rounds plus, yeah, your hands will start getting all these diamond serrations, and you'll really feel it. It really digs in. So you just need to buy the rubber ones. I wouldn't buy the sandpaper ones. I've tried them before, so that wasn't great. The rubber ones are pretty good, and that's what I've kept on. So yeah. So in summary, I really love this pistol. It's pretty good. So most of my expectations were met. There are no real deal breakers that you can that you can't fix. Just as I said, like the Talon grips, and of course the sight losing 0. So cleaning is pretty easy. Taking apart, well, you can see in other YouTube videos. It's pretty easy as well. It's all one unit. It was designed that way, and yeah, it's up to you if you really want to buy it. You just have to go through a lot more hoops in Australia, and probably a little promotion here to Cleavers, who actually imports this firearm, plus also the cartridges and also the accessories. So thanks to them for importing this and stocking it so that I can experience it. So this is Brendan, and I wish you good luck if you want to obtain this pistol.
Secret. Hey.